Bonjour, it's Fiona and I'm from howtobechic.com. It's my second video blog and I've purchased a little mini tripod. It's only this big and it's to stop Jessica Cat tipping over my camera like she did on my first one, which I put up yesterday. So today's question that I'm going to be answering is from Anonymous, and Anonymous asked me about a number of things, but today I'm going to be talking to you about time management, financial chic responsibility, long-term goals and planning, and organisation, all big, huge, lofty things. I'm not experts on any of those things, but I'll give it a good go. So first up is time management, and time management is still something I definitely admit that I am learning about. I won't say struggle with because that's not a very positive word, but I'm definitely learning every day about time management. I'm a bit easily distracted. You know, things catch my eye, computers, they're terrible, internet, and I can be off researching something when I had forgotten totally about my work I need to be doing. So limiting distractions will probably be my first lesson to myself and to you if you're an easily distracted person. Switching things off, sometimes I'll just put my laptop away if I'm at home and do other things, or if I'm at work I'll just close down all my windows that aren't work things and promise myself I won't open them for a little while. I might say the whole day, but I never last the whole day. And I always have to check my personal email too, so I'm not a very good person to teach you about that. I always do write things down though, that helps me when it's tasks to do. So I have a daily diary, it's really little, and I have it that small so I can put it into my bag and take it home at night and write down things as I think of them, because it's my personal and my work diary as well. And I always am learning about this as well, it's prioritising. My husband's really good at this. He does all his work first and then his play second, whether it's a day at home doing jobs or at work, and I do my play first and my work second, and I know it's not the best, but it's just what I do. So I just don't know if I'm the best person to tell you about time management. I'm always looking for the answer myself, but I hope maybe there's something in there to help you. The second thing is financial chic responsibility, and I'm a big fan of having responsibility for your own money and just knowing where stuff is. Don't leave it to somebody else. It's always good for you to know what's happening, even if it's a joint account. And I think joint accounts for marriage are good, unless there's a big problem with gambling or something like that, in which case why would you be with them? I just think joint accounts have trust. You know, there's too many things that you can do with single accounts. And everyone's different. You might like single accounts, but I like joint accounts. But with chic responsibility, financial chic responsibility, comes just looking at your bank statements, opening the mail when it comes in, knowing tax stuff. And you don't have to be an accountant, because I'm not an accountant and lots of tax stuff fuddles me, but I do have all my taxes up to date, tax returns and that kind of thing. We have an accountant for our work. And I check our bank accounts every single day on internet banking. I have spreadsheets, and you might not want to go that far. I didn't used to have spreadsheets. I used to just put on my diary when it was just me and my bank account. It wasn't involving another person or a business, and I would have each day money coming in and going out on that certain day, and I'd have a red pen and a blue or black pen for money in or out. Like the red pen was when my rent went out with my flatmates or whatever, and the black or blue pen was my money going in from my pay each week. And that was just a really nice simple way of me knowing what was going in and out of my account. I really think they should teach financial stuff at school, because people get taught all sorts of really high ideas at school, and that's good too, but they're not taught the day-to-day stuff often. And it's just knowing how to balance your money and not get into trouble with hire purchase, which a lot of young kids do, and credit cards. And not start off your life with debt, because debt is the pits and debt is the devil's work. And it puts you below zero, which is never a good place to be. You want to be at 0 or above and just work from there. Let's move on to long-term goals and planning. Now, I have found you have long-term goals, and you might have vague goals, but it's just hard to set anything in concrete. My life has taken twists and turns that I couldn't have anticipated. got married when I was 22 and divorced when I was 30, and I'm now remarried, happiest that I've ever been. But who could have guessed that? Who could have foreseen that? I don't know, maybe some people could, but I couldn't. So in terms of long-term goals, I like to have things that I'm working towards, and I've always wanted to be a writer, so I'm actually doing something about that now. But I just think you need to go with the flow as well, and go with the flow and just take things, opportunities where you see them, and just always have your eyes open, and don't be afraid to take a different turn than you might have thought you might have taken. And lastly, organisation. I'm also a big fan of organisation. My life always feels more manageable and happy when I'm organised. If I have a fairly clutter-free home and stuff in its place, and I feel on top of things, that's when I'm happiest. And it's a less chaotic life, it just feels better. I don't know what else I can add to that. Just do it. Organisation feels good. The less stuff you have, the less you have to organise and the less you have to clean. So I'm a big advocate of getting rid of things that you don't need. If they're broken, throw them away, and if they're still usable but you don't use them, donate them because somebody else can use them, and then everybody's happy. Thank you for your time today, and hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.